What's up guys, so today I'll be showing you the Tuvong tutorial and Easter egg guide. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, and if this video helps you out in any way, make sure that you hit the like button. And with that said, let's get right into the video. So when you first spawn into the map, you want to come right over here to this teddy bear and pick up the bucket. You'll then want to come right over here and pick up the shovel. Now, whenever you spawn into the map, every single time, you want to make sure you get these two items, because the bucket is needed to unlock Pack-a-Punch and the shovel is needed to get a bow part, which is needed to make the elemental balls, which are needed for the main Easter egg. So every single time you spawn into the game, just make sure you pick these two items up. And if you're playing with friends, there are a bunch of them all over the map, and it shouldn't be too hard to find the rest of them. Now, this next thing isn't very necessary, but if you want to make sure you open up the map as soon as you can get the Milano right over here, and it's a very good point gun and it has a lot of ammo, so you can use it for a couple rounds as your first gun before you hit the mystery box or whatever, and then when you have enough money, you can open up all the doors at once. So once you have enough points, you want to make your way out of the starting room and headed towards the caves and the bunker, and I'm going to fast forward it a bit, but I do hope you can follow along. So once you make your way to the caves, you want to make your way into the underwater cave, and it's in here that you'll be getting a bucket of water, which will be needed to cool down the generators, which are needed to unlock Pack-a-Punch. And as you can see me doing, you want to make sure you do this as soon as you can, or as fast as possible rather, because if you don't, you will down instantly, and you don't want that to happen. So yeah, as you can see, just try to be as fast as you can, and it should be very easy for you to do. And after that, you make your way into the bunker to turn on power and Pack-a-Punch as well. So once you get inside the bunker, you want to make your way up to the panel and flick on the power switch as you always do. However, it's not done just yet. You want to make your way into the next room, and there'll be two more power switches you have to flick on. Flick those on and power should be turned on, just that easy. So once you turn on power, you want to make your way back to the entrance, and opposite Juggernaut, you're going to find a generator, and you just want to pour water into this. And you also want to enter the other room and pour water in the other generator. And once you do that, you want to make your way back to the submarine and press F on the platform, and Pack-a-Punch should be ready. You also want to make sure that you pick up this bow part, as it's going to be very necessary to build the bow. So the first shield part can spawn right over here, just above the steps in the village, and the other location for it is right next to Widowlight in the village as well. Unfortunately, I don't have it in this gameplay, so I'm sorry for that, but it shouldn't be that hard to find. For the second shield part, make your way towards the firing range, and it's going to be right on the side of the tent as you see right there on your screen. And if it's not there, then it should definitely be right next to Speed Cola at the rice paddies. For the final shield part, you want to make your way down to the bunker again, and right next to the door in the power room, you will find it there. And if it's not over there, then definitely you will find it right over here on the side of the boxes in the Pack-a-Punch room, and you should be ready to build a shield. So once you have all three parts, just make your way back to the submarine room or the Pack-a-Punch room, and right over there on the buildable bench is where you're going to build the vine shield. Now for the first bow part, as I showed you earlier in the videos, you can get it when you're activating Pack-a-Punch. Just press F to pick it up and you should have the first part. For the second bow part, just make your way to the firing range, and right over there on the table is where you can pick it up. For the final bow part, you want to dig at least 5 times at the dig sites, and sooner or later you should be able to pick up the final part. Once you have all 3 bow parts, just make your way back to the Pack-a-Punch room, and right over there on the buildable bench is where you're going to build the bow, and you'll have it ready to go. So for the first part of the main Easter egg, you want to go up to Pack-a-Punch and shoot this white star looking orb on top of it, and what's going to happen is every single time you shoot it, it's going to move to a different part of the map, and eventually it's going to finish at the firing range. And just make sure every single time you shoot it and you hit it, and it's best to do this at the end of the round when you save a zombie. Once it leads you to the firing range, what you're going to want to do is you're going to shoot it every single time and it's going to move. And this should take you not more than 2 or 3 minutes. And once you finish, you want to make your way towards the bunker for the next step of the Easter egg. Once you grab the key, make your way down to the bunker once again. And for the next step, what you want to do is you want the mimic, the boss, to spawn in and make sure you lead him down to the bunker and run in front of the chamber. Now what will happen is the mimic will run in front of the chamber and be forced inside it, and a lockdown sequence will start. Now at this point, make sure you have as much perks as you need as well as a decent gun, because it can get a bit tricky. But once you finish that, you want to take the blood and take it to nuclear fueling and insert it. This next step requires you to upgrade every single elemental bow in the map, and in my gameplay I started with the poison bow. So to get the poison, make sure you go back to the firing range and grab the poison right next to the barrels. And once you have the poison bow ready and upgraded, make your way to the communal, and as you see on the screen here, you will see an orb. Just shoot it a few times and this part of the step will be done. For the electric bow, make your way to the power room, and right next to the pipe you're going to find a spark, and pick up the arc energy and make your way to the war room, and you'll be able to build and upgrade the electric bow. Once you get the electric bow, make your way to the caves once again and just shoot the orb, and you should be done with this part. For the ice elemental bow, you're going to go into one of the communal village houses and pick up dry ice. Once you pick up the ice, once again make your way back to the war room and upgrade to get the elemental bow. And once you get the ice bow, you want to go to the other end of the bunker and go up the zip line, and right above stamina up is going to be the orb there for you to shoot. The last elemental upgrade in my game was the explosive bow, and for this one you want to pick up the TNT right up the zip line as you see over there. And once you do that, you go back to the wall once again and upgrade the bow. And once you have the upgraded explosive bow, make your way to the rice paddy fields, and at the crash site you're going to see the red bow up in the sky. Once again shoot it and you'll finally be done with the elemental orb step. So once you're done with that step of the Easter egg, you want to make your way back to the crash site at the rice paddies, and you want to pick up a canister right on the side of the helicopter. And make sure you do this with only one zombie or so, because you cannot run in the mud and it's very easy to down because of that. So just make sure you're careful and you can pick up the canister safely. And once you pick up the canister, just go back to the starting room and just place the canister on the floor, and you'll just need to collect about 25 zombie souls if you play solos. So once you finish collecting all the souls, make your way back to the bunker and into the nuclear fueling room. And in here, you're going to want to place the dark ether material onto the generator, and what's going to happen is you're going to hear a nuclear buzzer or alert, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go back to the caves and collect coolant from the underwater caves once again, and you have 2 minutes to do this, so do it as fast as you can. And once you do that, make your way back to the nuclear fueling and add the coolant into the generator. And once you do that, you'll be able to interact with the panel and refuel the nuclear missile. And when you do that, another lockdown will initiate, and this one will last about 2 minutes as well. And when it finishes, you'll be ready for the last step of the Easter egg. So once you've completed that step, there's only one more step in the Easter egg to do, and that's to actually launch the nuclear missile. And once you do this, you'll be teleported back to the starting room, and you'll have a little cinematic of the nuclear missile going up in the sky and exploding. And you'll also be given all the perks in the whole map, as well as a 50,000 points Bioware ending. And that's pretty much the Tuvong custom map Easter egg done. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. I do hope that it helped you out, and if it did, be sure to hit the like button and possibly share it with your friends. Maybe it can help them out as well. I post in-depth custom tutorials, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video. And if you also like playing COD Mobile or like watching COD Mobile, I also post Konuma videos, so yeah, make sure you subscribe as well for that. And with all that said, guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.